Welcome to the Couchiching Family Health Team's virtual group orientation. Here are 3 essential steps to complete before your upcoming virtual group. We are excited to bring virtual groups to the community as an innovative way to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Zoom for Healthcare is the platform we will be using for virtual groups. Zoom for Healthcare is both private and secure. However, like all virtual technology, there are some potential risks that must be disclosed. In rare instances, a breach of privacy of personal health information is possible. This would be investigated and reported according to PIGPA legislation. Another potential risk includes technology failure, in which case the facilitator will try to rectify the issue and/or reschedule. You are free to withdraw from using the Zoom for Healthcare platform at any time. Step 1. Fill out your online forms. All virtual group participants must fill out online forms, ideally a week before their first session. An invite to complete the forms will be sent to your email, so keep your eyes on your inbox. Some groups will have different forms than others. However, each and every virtual group will have an individual consent form that must be filled out prior to your first session. This is a sample of what the email will look like, inviting you to complete your online forms. Please do not reply to this email. You must click on the Complete Questionnaire link to access and fill out your online forms. Please check your junk and spam mailbox if you don't receive an email after registering for one of our virtual groups. Step 2. Reviewing the virtual group guidelines. Maintaining confidentiality in a group is extremely important and required by all group participants. Here's how you can stick to this guideline. Do not share other participants' personal information, including their name, outside of the session. The best way to follow this part of the guideline is to not speak about other group participants at all with anyone outside of the group. Even saying hi to someone you recognize from the group out in the community may make them uncomfortable, so it's best to just refrain from doing so. Please do not share the meeting link, ID, or password with anyone else. Consider using headphones whenever possible to reduce background noise and protect privacy. Please do not allow anyone else to be present in the room during your group session, especially if you aren't using headphones. The only exception to this is if the other person is also a participant in the session as agreed upon by the group and facilitators. Please do not attempt to record any part of the group session. It's best to put mobile phones or other devices away during the group. The next set of guidelines will focus on creating a great group atmosphere. This will help the group run smoothly and help ensure that participants feel welcomed and comfortable during the session. Please be on time for each group and let your facilitator know if you're going to be absent. We ask that you refrain from forming personal relationships with other group members outside of the group. Respectful use of language is expected by all participants and facilitators. Please try to reduce the background noise by ensuring you are in a quiet and private space. Muting your microphone while you aren't speaking may also help. Consider making suggestions based on your own experiences using I statements if you choose to give advice to other group members. For example, saying something like, "I've started to feel better since going for short daily walks," instead of, "You just need to go for more walks and you'll feel better." Step 3. Operating Zoom for Healthcare. Here are the steps to join your virtual group session. First, you will be emailed an invitation confirming the date and time of your group session. It will contain a Zoom meeting link and instructions on how to start the session. Be sure to check your spam or junk mail folder if you haven't received the email. You should try to prepare for your group session by selecting a well-lit, private location with a reliable internet or wired connection. And don't forget to use your headphones if you have them. When you are ready to join the session, simply click the Zoom meeting link and allow access to your camera and microphone if prompted by your device. You will be placed in the virtual waiting room, and your group facilitator will admit you to the session as soon as they can. Here are some quick tips to have an enjoyable and smooth virtual group session. Make sure you are familiar with the virtual group guidelines presented earlier in this video, as they are essential to running a smooth group. While we certainly encourage your participation, we want to remind you that it's totally voluntary. You will not be forced to speak up during a session. If you do decide to talk during the group, please try not to interrupt other participants while they are sharing. If you have any questions or concerns, we ask that you first try to speak with your facilitator if able. Alternatively, you can contact Brittany at the Couchiching Family Health Team by calling 705-329-3649, extension 207. For anyone who has not used Zoom before, here are two handy controls to know how to use. This is the toolbar you will likely see at the bottom of your window in the virtual group. We will be going over how to mute and unmute your microphone and how to stop and start your video. Muting and unmuting your microphone will affect whether anyone can hear you or not. To turn off your microphone, you must click the mute button with the microphone icon. This will result in a red line going through the icon, and no one will be able to hear you or your background noise. This can be a great tool to use when you aren't speaking, but make sure you unmute yourself when you want to say something to the group. To turn your microphone back on, you must click the same button, thus removing the red line from the microphone icon. This will result in group members and facilitators being able to hear what you say. In some groups, the facilitators may have the ability to mute or unmute your microphone to help reduce the background noise from all participants. Stopping and starting your video will affect whether the group and facilitators can see you or not. To turn your video off, you must click the Stop Video button with the camera icon. This will again cause a red line to go through the camera icon. When your video is stopped, there is simply a black screen with your name visible to the group as opposed to a live screen of you. If you would like to start your video again, you must click the Start Video button. This will remove the red line from the icon and will allow the participants and group facilitators to see a live screen of you again. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy your virtual group with the Couchiching Family Health Team.